What's up to all of my Libras out there, and welcome to Pulse of the Cosmos. Today we're going to be taking a look at some of the weekly astrology for the week of August 10th through the 16th of 2020. So let's get into it. But before I do that, a little shout out to my subscribers out there. I love you guys. Thank you for being patient with me. These past few weeks have been crazy. I have just moved around a lot, but I'm finally in an apartment, and I'm looking forward to doing this more often with you guys. But I love you. Anyways, back to the astrology. We are looking at some major yod aspects this week, with the sun being the focal point of this. So the sun is over there in your 11th house in Leo. So there's a definite attention turned towards your future. 11th house has to deal with your future and also your societal groups and your friendship groups and looking at how they play into that. And with these quincunx angles over to Capricorn and over to Neptune and Pisces, we're looking at a little bit of pressure. We're looking at some pressure here, especially looking to Capricorn with your personal life. We're looking at your home life. We're looking at your emotional stability. We're taking a pause to look at, okay, this future that you're envisioning for yourself and that you're trying to build for yourself and create for yourself, especially with Venus over there in your 10th house of your career life and your long-term goals as well. There's a lot of attention there, but we need to look at the emotional foundations here, and are they up to supporting this kind of future that you're envisioning? We want to make sure we're coming from congruent spaces, and maybe reviewing, especially with Neptune over there in Pisces, your 6th house, we're looking at our day-to-day life, our habits, our routines. Are they structured in such a way that supports the kind of future and the kind of life that you're trying to create for yourself? And does it feel connected? Does it feel like it's coming from the space of the divine? This might be a big week for a lot of my Libras out there of kind of restructuring some things in your life in order to kind of put the bolts in for that ultimate kind of security in those emotional spaces where I know you've been doing a lot of work, unraveling some old patterns developed in childhood or old kind of traumas from your childhood, and really working to heal and come from these new, more stabilized foundations and come from a more solid place. So we're really checking the bolts here to make sure that as we're building all of these ideas and getting the action, and we're progressing through all of this, especially the sun is going to be the Mars and Sun will be Mars and the Sun will be in a trine aspect this week, and Mars is in your 7th house. So Mars is there with this vitality and this desire and this action to connect and to create and to manifest. And Mars in the 7th house, we're looking at, again, relationships, and with the 11th house, we're looking at the people you surround yourself with. So this is a lot about looking as well. Let's reflect on the people that you're hanging around. Do they make sense for the kind of future that you envision yourself? And if it's a yes to all of these things, and lean into that energy, lean into it wholeheartedly, and know that you're operating out of alignment. If it's a no, there might need to be some shifts and some changes that need to be made. We do have Uranus going retrograde later this week, come Saturday, I believe, in your 8th house. And Uranus coming through the 8th house brings a lot of major shifts and a lot of major changes and a lot of major transformations in your life. And it's been kind of a road for a lot of my Libras as you've been kind of getting through all of these major kind of regeneration moments in your life. And as Uranus goes retrograde here, we're kind of reviewing a lot of this even. We're reevaluating and seeing, like I said, where maybe we can shift and make changes that are going to push us into those more positive, more aligned spaces. So stay positive out there, my Libras. You guys have been working so much to kind of heal from a lot of these really dark spaces, and I know you've been working really hard to build this kind of new, more positive world for yourself. We're just connecting all the pieces, we're doing the bolt checks, we're doing the shifts, we're doing the changes. And for some of my Libras out there, it could be a very major change and not a bolt check and not just a major shift or a little shift, and that's okay. The universe is going to support you in that if it's coming out of your heart space, and if it's coming out of your authentic self, and it's coming out of your higher self. Tune into your intuition and seek guidance from your spirit guides or source, or through meditation or whatever that looks like to you if you're feeling a little bit lost on direction right now. But let's see here. Okay, so the first card we pulled for you guys is the Devil, crossed by the Nine of Cups reversed. So interesting. So some of my Libras might be really stuck in some toxic situations out there. This could be some toxic relationship situation. And maybe Mars coming through your 7th house is there to kind of give you the energy and the vitality to put a X in that and to kind of get out of this attachment and of this kind of dark, more obsessive, possessive situation. The Devil also implies just a sense of being very attached to things of this material world, focusing a lot on things that bring kind of temporary material comfort, but not nurturing your emotional wealth and your emotional security. And it's important to pay attention to that this week as we are going through these major aspects involving Capricorn, your 4th house, and being crossed by the 9 of Cups reversed. You know, we're looking at you're not feeling fulfilled, and this is blocking you from being fulfilled. Whatever this attachment is, whatever this situation, whatever this relationship, this could be a home life issue. This could be even the way that you're structuring your day. Is it allowing you to flow in such a way that's building the kind of wealth and abundance that you want, or are you restricting yourself in that way? But there's a definite something going on that's blocking you from fulfillment here. And the conclusion that we pulled is justice. So this is divine justice. This is divine authority. And we can see the scales here holding the scales of balance, and the sword is tipped to the right in the direction of action. So this is definitely about you making the major decisions in your life about what's going to bring you that true balance. You are Libra. You are the scales. Balance is kind of inherent to your energetic nature. And I feel like a lot of my Libras out there are feeling maybe a little bit unbalanced right now, but it's surrounding a lot of these major decisions that you have to make about owning the inner authority in your life and taking hold of the direction that you want to go in. And it could be something radical and new, or it could be a major shift, but whatever it takes, it's going to take you and your energy stepping up to the plate to make those decisions that are bringing you to that place of harmony and that are bringing you to that place of balance and that place of emotional stability where your personal life is congruent with your outer world and you are feeling more whole. But in any case, I love you all, my Libras, so much. I hope you're doing well out there, and I will be back next week.